What's going on YouTube? This is Max coming back at you once again with another video. By popular demand, people wanted to see the Odyssey G7. So I went ahead and did another video. I haven't done a video with the Samsung Odyssey G7 monitor in close to almost a year. But it seemed like this monitor is still popular and people wanted to see some more gameplay footage and how they got the Xbox, how I got the Xbox Series X connected, showing 1440p at 120 hertz. So let's go ahead and dive in and hopefully you guys enjoy the demo. All right. So first things first, I just want to go ahead and show, this is my settings that I have right here. So once you connect it to the Xbox via HDMI, so I have my HDMI cord connected to the Odyssey G7 to my Xbox Series X. And right here, I am able to get 1440p at 120 hertz. And I disabled HDR and auto HDR. The reason being is, for my opinion, it looks darker and dimmer if I have them enabled. That's just my experience. People may chime in if they see something differently. I am also able to do VRR on this monitor because it does have FreeSync, AMD FreeSync Premium. So I'm about to go ahead and start Halo and show a little bit of gameplay demo. Now, just be aware, just FYI, just giving everyone a heads up that on this specific camera, it only could do output of 4K 30. So you may see the gameplay footage maybe a little bit weird. It's just my camera, and I'm trying to get in the process of getting a brand new camera. But for right now, this is the best I could possibly do. So getting back to the settings, I'm going through Halo Infinite, and I am switching the settings from quality to performance, and just just make sure everything is working as expected. Just as I mentioned, the Odyssey G7 is able to produce 1440p at 120 hertz. That is when you're connected via HDMI through the Xbox Series X to the monitor. Now, going through my personal settings, I know I've been getting a lot of questions about picture settings and so forth. This is kind of like my preference, and this is kind of like the best view for me. But everybody have their own opinion, and I had one question come out about the sharpness and why I'm not using the max sharpness. For me, if I put the max sharpness to, let's just say, at max, then I'm starting to see a lot of artifacts on there, and it's not giving me a really good picture. It may give you a sharp picture, but it's not giving you accurate enough where you start to see artifacts on the screen. So that's just me. So I'm just going through the menu. This is what I currently have. You can see that it's at 120 hertz. I'm about to go to the info screen and zoom in just a tad bit, just to prove to everyone that I'm able to get 1440p at 120 hertz. So I'm about to go ahead and start the multiplayer gameplay and show how this monitor works and how it plays, playing Halo Infinite. So I will keep some of this information on the screen while playing, so I may have a bad game. But yeah, this is pretty much my settings that I have here for the monitor. If anyone is interested, if people wanted to take another look at how I got my picture settings, I did produce another video previously showing exactly what my picture settings are and the reason why I use it. But going back to the comment that someone was asking me about the sharpness, that's kind of like the reason why I have my sharpness at that level, is because I don't want to produce any artifacts while watching or playing or doing work with the monitor. Now, getting back to the gameplay, playing Halo Infinite on the Odyssey G7, one thing I could say that this game runs buttery smooth, especially playing this at 1440p at 120 hertz. Some people mention that why not 4K? Well, for a 27-inch that's what I have right here. It is plenty enough and plenty sharp, and for a monitor of the size. Now, if you're looking for something that's 4K 120, then kind of like my always do a disclaimer that the order to see the real differences is that if you get a bigger monitor, and I'm talking about something that is probably like over, I'd say over 40 and above, to really start to see those differences. But 1440p, in my opinion, is pretty good as it is. It's sharp, it's very clear with the text. Now, if you're talking about 1080p, then that's where you start to see that the picture quality begins a little sharp, over 27 inches. But depending on what your use case scenario, what's your the reason why you got the monitor, I think 1440p is plenty when it comes to the resolution perspective. Now, playing Halo Infinite, all I can say is wow. The response on this is, I would say, second to none. And I'm kind of shocked that Samsung is still selling the Odyssey G7, because I get a lot of comments, and especially on my Samsung Odyssey G7, and I've been looking at Best Buy trying to figure out like looking at Best Buy, and I see that it's still going for the same price when I purchased this back in 2020. I think it was around the August September time frame, and this monitor still holds up because primarily I use this monitor for pretty much work, especially for my profession. I do game on this monitor, watch a few, maybe watch a few shows here and there. But if anyone who is subscribed to my channel already know that I do have a Sony A90J that I use a lot, and so for me, I game on the A90J, and then also too, I kind of like flip flop between using the A90J, then I got a older projector, and then I got the Sony A9F that I kind of flip to, depending on the availability. You know, if I need to use it for whatever reason for gaming, but that's kind of like one of the other reasons why I haven't been producing more Samsung Odyssey G7 videos, just simply because I've been using this on the OLED TVs, and I've been having a really great experience with them as well. But getting back to the Samsung Odyssey G7, I definitely missed this immersion when being this close to a monitor of this size and caliber, and I could tell you that I've been on a winning streak playing Halo Infinite because of this monitor. Now, I've been pretty good on the Sony A90J and other TVs, but playing on a gaming monitor is it's a different animal, and different animal as in it's a good thing, especially if you're trying to do competitive gameplay, which I'm doing right now, especially on the multiplayer. It is it's magnificent, it's amazing, and there's nothing that I can really say at this moment. Now, going back to the game at Halo, Halo Infinite, playing the multiplayer. If anyone haven't had a chance to play it yet, this game is really good. It still got some bugs here and there with the multiplayer, but it looked like the developers have fixed a lot of the bugs, so which is good. Now I'm about to go ahead and kind of like switch over from multiplayer to the campaign portion of it, just to show a little bit of gameplay footage on here. So going back to my monitor, and I'm saying this before, saying this again over and over again. It's not the picture, is the camera. I have a Sony ZV-1, and it's good for the most part, but when it's trying to take captures of gameplay footage, you'll start to see the video looks kind of weird, especially playing at 120, especially at 1440p. You can start to see some of the trails on there. So it's not the monitor whatsoever, it's the camera. So I definitely need to upgrade the camera to at least keep up with the pace and speed of higher frame gameplay. So, But right now I'm just doing some more slow motion, just give people an idea of the Odyssey G7 if anyone is curious. And just to let everyone know, yes, I still have the monitor. I did not sell it. I did not do it just for buying it and putting it on YouTube and selling it. This is my own personal monitor that I use pretty much every single day, if anyone who is curious. And I absolutely love this monitor. People always wondering, like, do I like the curved part? Do I have an issue with it? Do you see any type of view issues? And no, I do not. I have this on the corner of my desk, and it fits perfectly there, especially with RGB lighting. And just going from there, it's great. So, but anyway, I'm about to go ahead and end this video. If you could do me a favor by hitting that like button and that subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. If you have any comments or any questions about the Samsung Odyssey G7 or any of my other videos, I will do the best I can to try to answer them. And I just want to say thank you again for watching this video. Greatly appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see everyone on the next one. Have a good one. Take care.